Hey folks, what's happening? Hey, let me just get myself sorted here. I feel like I could be making you all a bit dizzy at the moment, so hang tight. Let's see how that goes. Hey guys, hey, who's that? If you're new, put your name in caps because I can't see it on the tiny little screen. I'd love to get to know you guys. No, I can't say that, sorry. So hey, welcome. It is Wednesday evening here, in South Australia, and I got my hair down today. Pretty hair. It's usually up after yoga. So yeah, Sammy, West London, cool. I lived in England for a couple of years. My family still live there. They live in Hertfordshire. Cool. My mum is from North London actually. So yeah, so if you're popping on, let me know if you're new to my scopes. Put big capital new and put your name in big caps so I can read it because I love to get to know you guys. Cool. So, and also tell me where you're from. New. Oh, that's Sammy. Hey Sam, welcome. You like Sam or Sammy? Sorry, like total blind person here. It's been a long day. So, what's up, guys? What's happening? You know, what's happening in the world of Periscope? Where you guys... I'm just sorting this out here. There you go. Let me know what's crack-a-lackin'. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel Dow, and I'm a health coach. And I work with busy, burnt-out women to refuel their body, their mind, and their spirit, and to reignite that spark that they feel like has, disappeared months ago, and have no idea how to get it back. So that's my jam. And the reason I love working with women to, banish burnout is because I was one of those women. And I suffered from burnout. I was like the burnout queen. Holla sister, all that. I don't know why I said that. So yeah, I went through these burnout cycles and, I didn't realize what I was doing. And, slowly, after years and years of doing it, I realized, hold on a minute, there's a pattern here. And so, yeah, so went on a journey and sort of like, banished the burnout and came up with a really cool toolkit to use to help other women do the same thing. Because we don't have to live life, below par. We can live it, vibrantly and enjoy the moment and be that old self that you feel like, you're never going to get back. So that's my jam. I'm just going to turn around here. And today's scope is, I wanted to talk about some really easy and cool breakfast options for, women or men who are really busy in the mornings or, really busy in general and who really need to find some breakfast options that are quick, delicious, easy, and, sort of pack a punch with nutrients, So, that's what I want to talk about today. And if you guys have any tips, you've got any of your own recipes, or, just let me know, pop in the chat box or in the chat, because I'm always on the lookout for something new and easy and cool to try. So what I found, wonderful ideas. Cool. Who's that? Tell me your name. I can't see that. Sorry, my eyes must be really bad today. I think I've had my contacts in too long. So the thing with breakfast, okay, and I found trial and error here, was that if I managed to get a good breakfast, then I would get a good couple of hours work in the day. Because I found in burnout stage, you kind of go through your day and you're not very productive at all. Things, you're one of those people who, get stuff done, it's happening, let's just tick stuff off the list. But when you're suffering from burnout, Deetria. Did I say that right? Deetria? Let me know. Deetria. Tell me if that's right. So you always used to be that person who's always getting stuff done, you like to be focused, you like to tick things off the list. But when you're in burnout, it's kind of like you stare at your computer screen and you're like, 10 minutes later, you're like, oh, what was I doing again? And Deetra. Oh, Deetra. I hope I get that right. people always spell my name wrong, so I really am big on trying to spell people's names right and get them right. So I hope I did, and I apologize if I didn't. So yeah, so what I found really frustrating was, being at, oh great, cool, being at work and not being productive, and things just take me forever, and like people would come in and they'd ask you a question and you'd have to like switch gears and be like, what are you talking about? Like, I forgot, and oh, I didn't get that email, and oh, it's horrible. So I was like, well, if I get in a good breakfast, then, I can get a good solid couple of hours in before my brain starts to turn off again. So, and that worked. So these breakfasts that I am sharing with you today are things that I could kind of either eat or drink on the way to work, at work, easy to make, easy to prepare, and you can usually prepare in advance. So, hold on, add a breath here a little bit. The lighting in here is like pretty bad. I think I almost look green. So my first one, and this is one I used the most, was a green smoothie. Green smoothies, if you're on burnout, or don't necessarily have to be in burnout to be green smoothies, but if you're in burnout, they will save you. They will save your ass, really. So they don't have to be complicated. What I used to do is I used to make, say for example, on a Sunday night, I'd make a batch of green smoothies, so I'd make them for 2 days. Because any longer than that, and they start getting a bit funky, and they start like growing stuff in them, and you'd rather have them a bit fresher. But making them every day, I was like, I ain't got time for that. So that is like the ideal world. If I had time, I would. But I was like, no, we need to be clever here. If I'm talking too fast, just let me know, guys, because I get all excited about it. So the first one, green smoothie. So in my green smoothie, I'd put like, spinach, kale, lemon juice, bananas, big bananas, and frozen mango. And whack those in there. And coconut water and chia, and so I'd put some superfood stuff in there. So I put chia seeds, some green powders, and anything like, usually maca powder. I'd whack it in there, and I'd put it in some mason jars, and I'd put it in the fridge. So that would be like Monday, that would be Monday and Tuesday made. So then, how many did you say you make in advance? So I make it, on Sunday, like on Sunday night, I'd make a batch, and that would last for 2 days. So I'd have breakfast for Monday and Tuesday done. You don't want to really make like a whole week, because it starts tasting a bit funky, and you don't want that. So, I can usually get a good 2 days worth, and then I'll put them in some mason jars, chuck them in the fridge, and in the morning, I'd just grab one out, so I wouldn't even have to prepare anything, and then I'd either drink them in the car on the way to work, because you're not like drinking a coffee in the car, or I'd just drink them at my desk, because you can still drink while you're, while you're, getting your coffee ready or whatever. So easy. So first one is green smoothies, right? So the second one is avocado on toast, right? So if you're an avocado fan, this was like one of my favorite midweek things, right? So I'd always have like frozen sourdough bread or something in the freezer, because I didn't go through enough bread, so it's stupid buying a whole loaf. So I'd pull a piece of bread or two out the freezer, chuck it in the toaster. I'd have, me too, big avocado fan. Give me hearts for avocado. Love avocado. So I'd, chuck it in the freezer. Chuck it in the toaster, and then I'd put avocado on my toast, and then I'd just put, either lemon juice or hearts for avocado. Love it. Lemon juice, sprinkle some chili, salt and pepper, and that would be it. That would be breakfast. How easy is that? And that's really, really good for you. Avocado is great. You've got some chili flakes in there. You've got your sourdough bread, whatever. You could put it on an English muffin if you liked. Easy. And that's a great breakfast, right? So the third breakfast idea is a chia pudding, right? So this one I'd also do for 2 days, like I did the green smoothie. So, like, say for example, on a Sunday night, I would make up the chia. So I'd put like, I think it's a third of a cup of chia, and then I'd fill up the rest of the jar with, I'd use almond milk, and then I'd leave that in the fridge overnight, and I'd let that set a little bit, and then the next day I would layer the chia mix with yogurt and any fruit, so I'd use mango and mango. And so chia mix, yogurt, wherever you're from, and mango, and I would have enough that I'd make 2 jars. And it is the best thing in summertime. It is the best, especially with mango in it, because, oh my god, it's like a holiday in a jar. You feel like you're on a tropical island somewhere. So, so that's another one. So we've got green smoothies, we've got avocados, toast, and we've got chia puddings, or chia mango, I don't remember what I call them. The fourth one is like a non-green smoothie, so just like a fruit smoothie, because some people have don't want to drink spinach, which you can't even taste it. Like, come on, people, give it a go. So the other option is non-green smoothie. So you can have fruit. One that I really love, and this isn't my recipe, but I borrowed it from someone, is 2 bananas, or a banana, and then I'd have a cup of blueberries, fill it up with some kind of nut milk. I use almond milk, and then a tablespoon of like natural peanut butter. Oh my god, it tastes amazing. So you can do the same thing, like make enough for 2 smoothies, and then you only have to make breakfast once. Hot it up for a berry smoothie. Love it. Thanks for the hearts, Deirdre. So yeah, so that's number 4. I love the yellow ones. They're my favorite. And like my yellow cup. Cool, hey? And then the 5th one, and you guys might think this was a bit silly, but this is like super easy, really good for you as well. So, don't knock it. But peanut butter on toast, right? So when I'm talking peanut butter on toast, I'm talking like, grab the piece of frozen sourdough, pop it in the toaster, get some natural peanut butter. So, when it's cut out all the preservatives and all that, because you can usually get it from the supermarkets. I can't remember what they were in America. But like, Coles or Woolies or whatever, just get the natural peanut butter, so it's better for you. And just, like peanut butter on toast. So like on a Friday morning when you're tired, it's the last day of the week, you just don't have time. You can even do it at work, if you're able to, sneakily, peanut butter on toast at your desk, or you're checking your emails. How easy is that? So I want to share with you guys kind of how my week planned out in terms of breakfast, right? Because I kind of simple but easy. Good. Great. Cool. I'm glad you like it, because I used to stress myself out about trying to eat healthy all the time, and it was taking me forever. And so I really like just pull back and cut the drama out. So this is kind of what my week looked like in terms of breakfast, and I'd switch it up. So Sunday night I'd make my green smoothie. So that would I had to cook once on Sunday night, so I'd make enough for Monday and Tuesday. Then Wednesday morning, I'd get up and I'd have avocado on toast, or peanut butter on toast. Simple, easy. And then Wednesday evening, I'd come home and I'd make another smoothie, a green smoothie, a non-green smoothie, or a chia pudding mix. And that would be Thursday and Friday done. And that's all you have to do. Simple as that. And you've packed your body with nutrients first thing in the morning. You've not spent a lot of time making it. It's really good for you. You're eating stuff like spinach and kale and berries and nut milks. And if you're adding superfoods to it, like totally rocking breakfast, right? And it's not expensive either. So you've eliminated breakfast as a hazard for your day. And it's easy, because when you tend to overcomplicate things, then they don't happen. And So my advice to you would be, if you, thanks for the cool hearts. Breakfast isn't your strong game at the moment, okay? Start with one new thing, right? So start with, say for example, you want to try out the green smoothie, right? And I've got a really cool free ebook for you guys that you can download, and it's got all what I've just spoken about. So start with one thing. So try out the green smoothie, right? Practice it on the weekend or during the week, if you've got time, and then see if you like it. And then do that a couple of times, once a week, just try it out. And when you've got it down pat, then try something else, and then you'll notice that before you know it, you just do that stuff naturally and easily, and you know what you're buying in the shops, and it's not a big deal, and like everyone's going, oh, you're drinking that green smoothie shit, what's in there, and Connor, how can you drink that stuff? Yeah, people will say that all the time. Like I've drunk green smoothies for years, and people still say to me, like the same people I've been going to work with all the time, they go like, oh, I don't know how you can drink that stuff. It'll happen. It'll happen. So, do you guys have any questions? Use frozen fruit in your smoothies. Absolutely. Fantastic question. Because, berries and stuff is expensive, or it is here in Australia, and they go off pretty quick. And the frozen stuff is snap frozen, so it's like probably fresher. And you can, because I keep bags of frozen berries and mangoes in my freezer all the time. Because on the weekend, sometimes I haven't run out of food or whatever. I can just whip together a smoothie pretty easy. So I always have frozen blueberries and frozen mango. Always. And I saw you can actually get frozen avocado, which is, if you're an avocado fan, try avocado in your smoothies. How do you keep the second one from getting weird in the fridge? Do you mean the second smoothie? Is that what you're talking about? If you're talking about the second smoothie, when I make my smoothies, I put them straight into mason jars, and I put the lid on, so they're kind of they're airtight in the fridge. So, and they're fine for 2 days. They really are. Hello, Poppet. I'm on my scope. Do you want to say hello? That's my boyfriend. Yeah, no, yeah, it is a bit slushy, but if you put it in a mason jar with frozen fruit, well, they don't go slushy. They're like smoothie consistency. Like if you put it in your blender, I'll tell him you said hi. If you put them in your blender, they're fine. If you blend them up with your frozen stuff and you add in your coconut water and all that, you want to be able to pour it. And if you go to my Facebook page, if you go to my Facebook page, I actually did a quick demo. It's not a fantastic video. I did it with one hand. I did a demo on how to make a green smoothie. So if you go to my Facebook page, you can actually check it out there. If you go to Rachel Dow on Facebook. Yeah, and I did a demo of making a green smoothie, so you can see what the exact method I went through. So yeah, so I just chuck them in a mason jar, and happy days. And what I do is I have these reusable straws, which I just keep on my desk at work, and yeah, make life easy. That's what I'm all about. So I want to give you guys the link to get the free ebook, because I had so much fun putting it together. So I hope you can read this link. It doesn't make any sense, so it's not like it's a word or anything. I'm going to put it here. 6 a.m. here, so maybe I'll make a smoothie. Yeah, give it a go. Let me know how it goes. Check the book out, because there's a couple of recipes in there, so give it a go. So here is the link. It's bit.ly/, that's a 1, capital L, capital Y, capital O, N, capital D, and a V. I'm sorry, it's not a proper word or anything, so soz. But yeah, no, if you go to that link, there's a free ebook that you can download, which has got all the recipes that I've just spoken about. So you can have fun with that, and let me know what you think. If you love it, if you've got any questions, if you've got any of your own recipes. So let me know. Do you need the link again? Just give me a shout out. Give me a shout out. 6 a.m. there. That's pretty early to be up. What's happening? Got it. Cool. Yeah. So you should be able to download it straight away. If you've got any issues, and just message me on Facebook or flick me an email. It's rachel@racheldow.com, and I will hook you up. So yeah. So you guys got any questions? Yeah. What time do you start work? Do you start work super soon? Although I'm up at 6, so yeah. I'll have to leave at 7:30. Anyway, so I should probably bounce off to bed because it's close to 9 here. 9:30, somewhere around that. Yeah, me too. I leave at 7:30. Awesome. Well, let me know what you think about the ebook when you download it. And yeah, do you have any more questions? I'm happy to stick around for a minute or two. But I usually get up at 6:45, so early morning today. Cool. Thanks for the hearts. I love the yellow ones. They're my favorite. It's coming into summer here, so I'm like super focused on yellow. I'm like anything yellow, I'm like. And maybe one day I'll do a scope when I'm not in my pajamas or my gym gear. That's all I seem to scope in these days. Like, because I scope when I come home from yoga. So, me too, hey? Me too. I'm always big on breakfast ideas. But I always get like, I always overcommit. And I'm like, oh, these things sound amazing. And then I try to make them. I'm like, oh, I'm running out of time. So I'm always looking for the quick ones. Because like, on the weekends, you can take your time and try out new stuff. But during the week, it's got to be quick. It's got to be easy. So yeah, so I'm going to bounce unless you guys got any more questions. I hope this was really helpful and really useful. I hope it, it helped me. So I hope it helps you. I always love to share my resources. I struggle with light breakfast ideas. I love eggs and bacon, but it's heavy sometimes. Yeah, it is. So, and I'm trying to think. You can make little, there's like little frittata muffiny things. You could make those, which you've got, with bacon and eggs and cheese in them and spring onions and that kind of stuff. And you could make a batch of those for the week. And because they're like a smaller portion, you can have that with like a piece of fruit or something. And that could be a great breakfast. So, there's ways and means around it. But you just got to be on the lookout. So, yeah. So, I'm going to bounce. I will check you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a great day today at work. I hope it's a beautiful day, beautiful weather, good day at work, and, no one pisses you off. Cool. All right. I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.